1987 was packed with MTV-fueled pop smashes, arena rock power ballads, and glossy dance R&B crossovers. But a handful of records rose above the noise and became songs we still know by heart. Here are 10 songs from 1987 we'll never forget. Number 10. The One I Love by R.E.M.
Goes out to the one I love.
Recorded at John Keane's studio in Athens, Georgia, this breakthrough single propelled its creators into the national spotlight with remarkable force.
A simple prompt to occupy my time.
The One I Love by R.E.M. marked the band's first entry into the top 10, landing at number 9 on the charts in 1987.
This one goes out to the one I've left behind.
The cut is notable for its spare, jangling guitar lines, a hallmark of the group's early sound, and for producer Scott Litt's raw, upfront mix that accentuates the tension simmering in every verse.
Another prompt has occupied my time.
College radio had been championing R.E.M. for several years, but it was this song's tight structure and anthemic refrain that cemented its prominence on both FM dials and MTV rotations. Its impact spread quickly over that summer, reflecting a broader shift in alternative acts gaining mainstream acceptance during the late 1980s. For many listeners, this track remains their introduction to the band's unique blend of poetic ambiguity and southern roots rock.
Another prompt has occupied my time.
Number 9. Heaven is a Place on Earth by Belinda Carlisle. Summer radio was dominated by shimmering pop when this euphoric anthem hit the airwaves. Heaven is a Place on Earth by Belinda Carlisle became her signature hit, topping the charts at number 1 in 1987. Richard "Rick" Nowels handled production duties, utilizing glossy synthesizers and soaring background vocals from Michelle Phillips and Diane Warren. Released by MCA Records in the fall of that year, this single found heavy rotation on both mainstream radio and music television, elevating Carlisle from former Go-Go's frontwoman to solo superstar. Critics noted how the upbeat production masked a sophisticated arrangement, full of dramatic crescendos and subtle layers that gave it enduring appeal. Today, the song's brisk tempo and polished hooks still evoke memories of late 1980s optimism. This single quickly became an international smash and is often cited as a defining moment in Carlisle's career, as well as a classic of the decade's pop landscape. Number 8. I Think We're Alone Now by Tiffany. The rapid-fire ascent of a teenage newcomer is embedded in the story of this late 1980s staple. I Think We're Alone Now by Tiffany quickly reached number 1 on the charts in 1987, introducing the world to the singer's breathy vocals and mall tour phenomenon. Produced by George Tobin and recorded at George Tobin Studios in California, the tune is actually a cover of a Tommy James and the Shondells classic, though Tiffany's energetic delivery and fresh-faced image made it feel entirely contemporary. Radio and TV video channels latched onto the song, which became synonymous with the mall pop craze that swept the United States. Its driving synths and punchy drums showcase the clean, catchy, production characteristic of the era's youth-oriented hits, while its chart success catapulted Tiffany to near-instant stardom. For many who remember 1987, this cut is locked forever into the soundtrack of their adolescence.
I think we're alone. Beating of our hearts is the only sound.
Number 7. La Bamba by Los Lobos. Film and studio worlds collided on the release of this infectious cultural crossover. La Bamba by Los Lobos not only served as the title track to the 1987 biopic about Richie Valens, but also shot to number 1 on the charts in multiple countries the same year. The recording sessions took place at Sunset Sound in Los Angeles, where the band infused Mexican folk roots with polished rock arrangements. Buddy Holly's producer, Valens' legacy, and Chris Isaak's cameo in the film all played a role in bringing authenticity and energy to the project. As listeners embraced the single, its blend of rhythmic guitar and move-inducing percussion brought the late 1980s multicultural wave to popular radio and MTV alike.
Bamba, 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 bamba.
For Los Lobos, this record marked their defining mainstream breakthrough, earning both critical recognition and heavy airplay that summer. Today, the tune is remembered as a milestone in bridging rock and Latin sounds. Number 6. Alone by Heart. A shift in songwriting partners transformed the band's trajectory as the ballad burst onto the scene. Alone by Heart was produced by Ron Nevison and became a massive hit in 1987, climbing to number 1 on the charts. The track's recording sessions took place at Can-Am Recorders in Tarzana, California, where Ann Wilson's powerhouse vocals were matched by a sweeping cinematic arrangement. Released on their 9th studio album and backed by Capitol Records, the single represented a synthesis of Heart's classic rock foundation and the polished power ballad sensibility defining the decade's mainstream sound.
I wonder where you are tonight. No answer.
The record's performance marked the band's biggest chart success of their career and cemented their relevance among a new generation of listeners. The song's thunderous drums and emotive crescendos are still considered touchstones for late 1980s pop rock production. We're halfway through, and the sounds of 1987 are already bringing back some deep cuts. Which of these songs did you grow up with, or maybe discover years later on a dusty record or random playlist? Got a favorite song we didn't include? Drop it in the comments. We'd love to hear the tracks that stuck with you. Number 5. Need You Tonight by INXS.
It's something about you, girl. It makes me sweat.
By the time the album recorded in Sydney and Paris hit shelves, anticipation for the band's latest sound was at a fever pitch.
I need you tonight. 'Cause I'm not sleeping.
Need You Tonight by INXS delivered on every front, mixing crisp sequencers, Michael Hutchins' smoldering delivery, and a modern funk edge into a global smash.
I've got to let you know you're one of my kind.
Released as the lead single from their Kick album on Atlantic Records in 1987, this song claimed number 1 on the charts, solidifying the group's place atop the late 1980s pop world. Producer Chris Thomas brought a tactile, rhythmic intensity to the track, which found new life on dance floors and endless rotation on both radio and MTV.
'Cause I'm not sleeping. There's something
Its rubbery bass line paired with stuttering guitar riffs creates a backdrop that's unmistakably tied to the era's genre-blurring spirit. For many, this release marked not only the peak of the group's commercial success, but also a high watermark of the decade's polished pop innovation.
What do you think? I can't think it out. What you gonna do?
Number 4. Bad by Michael Jackson.
Just wait till I get through because I'm bad.
anticipation surrounding the release of the King of Pop's follow-up to Thriller reached global headlines by late 1987. Bad by Michael Jackson launched as the second single from the self-titled album, a Quincy Jones production crafted at Westlake Recording Studios in Los Angeles. Hitting #1 on the charts after a September debut, this record's percussive synths and intricate grooves signaled a new era for Jackson's evolving sound. The title track's video, directed by Martin Scorsese, became a defining visual of the decade, further elevating the single's impact. Executives at Epic Records eyed the growing competition within both pop and R&B genres, pushing aggressive promotion strategies to ensure the album's dominance. The record's influence extended beyond music, influencing fashion and dance styles that year. Few tracks from the late 1980s rivaled this song's forward-leaning production and immediate kinetic energy on airwaves and dance floors alike. Number 3. Faith by George Michael. Few solo debuts arrived with more anticipation than the chart-topping release that fall. Faith by George Michael was crafted at PUK Studios in Denmark, where the singer took on both production and songwriting duties, giving the album a deeply personal touch.
Need some time off from that emotion.
The single topped out at #1 on the charts in 1987, deploying a percussive acoustic guitar intro that became instantly recognizable.
Yes, I gotta have faith. I gotta have, because I gotta have faith.
Released by Columbia Records, the record's minimal yet infectious arrangement, propelled by hand claps and a shuffling beat, set it apart from Michael's earlier work with Wham.
Well, I guess it would be nice if I could touch your body.
Radio support intensified the moment it dropped, with the music video, featuring Michael's signature leather jacket and jukebox, fueling its crossover success on MTV.
Time to dig my heart up off the floor. Oh, and that love comes down.
This tune became emblematic of the late 1980s pop transformation, solidifying the artist's move from teen idol to international star and maintaining enduring radio presence ever since its original impact. Number 2. I Wanna Dance with Somebody Who Loves Me by Whitney Houston. Somebody Who Loves Me by Whitney Houston seized the spotlight upon its May 1987 release, soaring to #1 on the charts. Produced by Narada Michael Walden and recorded at Tarpon Studios in launch to coincide with Memorial Day weekend, a move that propelled airplay and helped cement its position atop radio playlists for weeks. This song's gleaming production and uplifting momentum remain definitive reminders of late 1980s pop exuberance, forever connecting listeners to the era's unmistakable energy. Number 1. With or Without You by U2. Atmospheric textures from Dublin's Windmill Lane Studios created the canvas for one of the decade's most haunting singles. With or Without You by U2 was released in March 1987 as the lead single from The Joshua Tree, ultimately spending 3 weeks at #1 on the charts. Producers Brian Eno and Daniel Lanois collaborated closely with the band, using innovative techniques like the infinite guitar played by The Edge to elevate the track's distinctive sound. Island Records launched a robust promotional campaign, ensuring heavy radio rotation and cementing its impact as a timeless arena anthem. The song's gradual build and intimate production established new benchmarks for emotional resonance in late 1980s rock. For many, this opener remains synonymous with the band's breakthrough moment and encapsulates a period when ambitious studio work met global commercial reach, challenging the boundaries of stadium-ready pop.